Good evening. Today we will talk about one situation apart from the land issue under which the Chinese Communist Party and the People's Liberation Army can attack Taiwan. Apple introduced its first Mac computers since year 2005 without an Intel microprocessor. Intel has botched its transition to sub 10 nanometer chips and are still behind. But if Intel is a few years behind, China lag may be closer to a decade. And if it wasn't enough to rub salt on the Chinese wounds, Apple is getting its processors from Taiwan. Last year, China produced only 16% of the semiconductors it consumes domestically. In year 2014, China announced a national integrated circuit plan promising to spend 150 billion USD to expand local semiconductor manufacturing. It didn't work. You can't throw money at the problem. It takes state-of-the-art equipment and homegrown expertise. On geopolitical angle, if China's self-reliance initiative fails and a Biden administration continues an advanced chip embargo, China would be in a bind. China's military, in an arm race with the US, has to be nervous about being locked out of the sub 10 nanometer chips. Finally, the CCP and the PLA is likely to calculate the cost and benefits of bringing Taiwan's capacity under its control by force, even as the US weighs defending it. TSMC, that is Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company Limited, has 5 fabs on a single campus of Hsinchu Science Park. But even the forced control would likely fail almost right away. It's not just another type of manufacturing. The formula might be written down, but it's really in the head of TSMC's engineers and is tweaked almost daily. A forced Taiwan takeover would crater output even if China brought in mainland engineers. It's more art than science. Plus, a forced takeover could generate very heavy shock waves capable of damaging Chinese economy even more than the coronavirus did. In short, the CCP and PLA have been technologically pushed back at least by a decade. And meantime, the cracks in the global order can be filled in.